Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Random News, and I hope you had a happy Halloween, and I hope you had fun trick-or-treating, because now it's time to have fun laughing at some goofies. And boy, do I got a whole lot of them on the plate for you tonight. So roll up, grab your loved one, and let's get ready for the Random News Halloween Special, Part 6.
Stepped into the void, it's a haunted news flash. Psychic on the screen, trying to make that fast cash. Crystal ball glow, spirits move like ghosts, but I'm here to expose these frauds, them clowns, them hosts. Channel flip, late night, infomercial plague. Psychics claiming power, but they faking all day. Tarot cards flip, all tricks, no treat. I see through the smoke, cut the scam with a beat. Welcome to the Random News Halloween Special. Expose these fakers, ain't sentimental. Roll up a blunt, laugh at they disguise. Scammers, frauds, myth, they demise. Cold readers, cold hearts, acting all wise. Pretending to see futures, but can't tell no lies. Charging them bills, fake chills down spines. Got these bozos running from our truth-filled rhymes. Creeping in the dark with a mic in my hand. Busting these cons while they fumble and scam. Ouija board phonies with they dollar store lens. Watch them unravel when we expose they pretends. Welcome to the Random News Halloween Special. Expose these fakers, ain't sentimental. Roll up a blunt, laugh at they disguise. Scammers, frauds, myth, they demise.
Well, I hope you got them rolled up, because we're about to start this special off with a bang, with everybody's favorite fraud, Candace Starr, in a story I like to call Candace, the Draconian Slayer. Now, the last time we covered Mrs. Magoo was in episode 27 of Big Mad, where we exposed all of her little psychic toys and showed you how they're all bullshit, and how she's just grifting her audience for money. Well, after that episode, one of my subs jumped in the comment section and put me on to one of her new grifts, and trust me, it's funny as hell. But your girl Candace was lurking on my page, and she read this comment, and needless to say, she wasn't happy at all. So let's see what she had to say about it.
So, you want to see a face of a demon? Here it is.
I don't know, I think this is more of a demon face in my opinion.
So this lady decided to make a public comment about me in a hate group about me.
Now she calling my comment section a hate group because my audience is smart, unlike hers, who will believe any BS that comes out of her mouth.
For a person who's against paranormal research,
I'm not against paranormal research at all. I'm against frauds who give it a bad name.
They're against it and they've never actually done it in their life, but yet they know all about it. You know, one of those.
And since she doesn't know me, she can't prove that at all. She just making shit up off the top of her head, kind of like all of her readings.
But I can prove this is a demonic being, okay? And this demonic being, Kristen.
See, the reason why Candace is calling her a demonic being is because she believes anything she hears on TikTok. And here recently, she's been listening to some pretty crazy shit. You know, like when they had her believing she was magnetic.
I'm fucking magnetic! She says, thank you. She is absolutely on another level. She had a video about a cleansing detox she was trying to peddle. She seriously had a big old rubber jelly lobster thing in a tub saying it came out of her body. I swear I was like, what? Such a grifter. Where do we know that word from, Gypsy?
This dumbass is so obsessed with Gypsy Rose that she thinks this woman invented the word grifter.
Look at this demon right here. Such a grifter. It's ridiculous. And yes, I laugh. Oh, your laugh is the best, right?
You can tell every time she hears my laugh, it drives her up the wall.
So this is the video, okay? And it is in my TikTok. But as you see, this was not my original video.
See, your girl's out here stealing people's video and re-uploading them to her page for her own reasons that we'll get to in a minute. So why wouldn't somebody think it was her video?
I'm trying to warn people about the demonic parasites, okay?
You better spark up because this shit's about to get hilarious.
I have that one. I have this one. As you can see, this is not my original video. It's theirs at the top, okay?
Say, do you have the bags from fucking Costco?
Okay. Not my original video. This came from a Google image.
Okay, now before we get to the rest of this, I gotta tell you what these parasites are. Now your girl was watching TikTok one day and saw this video right here.
So these are the draconian nano type of spiders.
More like some shit she put together in a kitchen.
All the little legs are coming out and they're parasites. Individually, they become like a spider.
As you can see, it's the same goofy that posted this dumbass video claiming this shit came out of her body.
This is the egg right here before it hatches, and that's already hatched, but I killed it.
And conveniently, she never has any videos of these things hatching or her killing them.
And everybody doesn't fucking believe me. But I'm gonna keep posting these things that are coming out of me.
Nobody believes her because she's an idiot. And if you saw the backstory of these draconians, you'll see why.
The draconians are a very large reptilian race. They're known as the Dracs. There is a royal line of the draconian reptilian race, and they're called the Seacar.
And we didn't even get to the crazy shit yet.
They range anywhere from 14, 15 to 22 feet tall. They can weigh up to 1,800 pounds. They do have winged appendages.
And if you're one of Candace Star's subscribers, just know this is the dumb shit she got you believing in.
They're extremely clairvoyant, they're extremely clever, and they can also be extremely sinister.
Well, they already got a one-up on your girl Candace.
They apparently were brought to our time and space, our universe, in full physicality. Somebody brought them here and dumped them here.
Just don't expect that goofy to tell you who that was, and especially don't expect them to show you one of these creatures. Because just like Santa Claus, they don't exist. They're just some shit that somebody came up with, and they're mostly used in the game Dungeons and Dragons. But now you're all caught up on that, let's finish watching these goofies make fools of themselves.
This is my mission, my calling. This is what God wants me to bring awareness to, because this is what is actually keeping us from evolving. And these are hijackers. These are the false matrix nano type of parasite spiders, draconian parasites that they put in our food. They're pretty much everywhere. We need to do a parasite cleanse, especially you're a starseed and you have a huge mission and you need to fucking get these out.
A starseed on a mission? These people are fucking goofy.
And that's the reason why you don't see them, because they're so hard to get rid of. And I am getting rid of them. And every time that I'm getting rid of them, the more clear I get in my vessel, the more psychic, the more intuitive, the more just everything upgrades.
I see why Candace jumped on this bandwagon. This is just her type of crazy.
To have these things come out of me, I just shut my TikTok down because I shared the draconian spider, the first one that I expelled. This shit's fucking real. I really don't give a fuck anymore what the fuck up people think.
She shut her channel down because nobody believes her bullshit, and that got your girl big mad.
They're not just specifically in some people. They're in mostly all starseeds have these. And they're the hardest ones to get rid of because they dig into your fucking intestinal lining.
So some goofy on TikTok was able to find these things, but no doctor in history's ever found them. Weird.
These are spiders. These are draconian spiders.
Now you would think people wouldn't be dumb enough to buy into this dumb shit, but sadly you go on Google and you'll see people pushing it, and on TikTok it's all over the fucking place. But would you believe me if I told you I had footage of a draconian human hybrid? Well, let's check it out.
Draconian activation.
You better light up now.
Maya Sala Undai Sakaret Sotrai. We are the Draconians. Ambai Sahale Ki Hia Atuhale. Bruhia Mokile.
Sorry, most of you don't speak Draconian, so let me help you. She said you're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
Pranu Kala.
And now she said, don't mind me, I'm just going off of those
Percocets.
And if you needed another example of how TikTok has dumbed down America, there you go. But let's get back to Candace and her grifting.
I used her video to let you guys know that this is going on. Okay, now let me show you something else.
No, that's not why she used that video. We'll get to that in a minute. But watch this shit.
Parasites are demons in the physical realm. Hear me out. When you are overran by parasites, then they control your thoughts, your daily habits. You become a person other than you.
Yeah, she's trying to use this random dumbass to try to back up her draconian spider bullshit.
They're very smart and very sneaky, hide in the tissues of certain organs, only come out and really expose themselves at a certain time of day and a certain time of the month.
And you can believe whatever he says, because he got a medical degree in draconian.
And you can get them from basically anything, from walking outside barefoot to the water, to the fruits, to the meat especially. It isn't about just
from your animals, your dogs, your cats, especially the cats. They give you the angry parasite.
The angry parasite. Something that every veterinarian around the country has been keeping secret all these years.
eliminating all the parasites in the world, because they too play a role along.
So not only are they trying to discredit me just by talking nonsense.
For me to discredit her, she would actually have to have credibility, and she has none. And she said, we're talking nonsense? When her and Paranormal Jesus over here is trying to tell you that there are spiders taking over your body from an ancient planet.
As they say, I talk. But they're trying to ruin my business as well.
And now we can get into why she's really posting these videos about these parasites. Because it's part of her new grift. Check it out.
What business? Okay. enchantedascension.com.
And trust, this business is just as fake as her psychic readings. Because you're about to see a website that's just like Jedediah's fake lube site.
This is my business. Right here. Where I try to help people. But people are so arrogant. And they think they know it all while they live in their mother's basement with their hand, with their genitals in their hand, okay?
Damn. Now she about to have me on here like...
I called the police.
Because that's the second time your girl came on here and admitted to having these sexual fantasies about me. And at this point, that's sexual harassment.
Where they have no creative content, so they have to steal others.
And now she's just projecting, because I think she's just talking about herself.
This is not my original video. It's theirs at the top.
Fucking goofy.
And belittle others and bully others. So you want to see a face of a demon?
Because you know Candace would never bully anybody, right?
Because they don't agree with what I'm doing. Okay, well, I don't agree with you sitting in your mother's basement with your genitals in your hands either. Okay, I don't agree with that.
She sure does fantasize about it a lot though. And look, I get it, it's the laugh. It's got her ready to leave her husband and the ghost of her abusive ex-boyfriend just to try to run over here. Thing is, your girl's known for being for the streets both here and in the afterlife. So I'm good on that.
Okay, but this is what I do. I try to help people the only way I know how, okay? That's what I do. This is my website, and this is what they're trying to knock.
Oh, I haven't begun to rip this shit apart yet. This is what she's pushing to people.
That's a motherfucking roundworm that just came out of that fucking egg.
So many. Get on a parasite cleanse now. Look at that. Crazy.
So if the universe has aligned you with this video, and you're not sure where to start with a parasite cleanse, visit enchantedascension.com.
That's right, people. Your girl saw these TikTok videos, and overnight, she figured out how to make these potions to get rid of these things. Check that out.
Okay? If you want to keep those parasites in you, keep them. I don't care. I don't care. But what I do in my household is what I do in my household.
Oh, wait till I show you what she's doing in her household.
So, little Kristen Russo, 7747. Maybe you do need a detox, because I see it all in your eyes. Your cloudy vision. I see that cloudy vision. You're full of parasites. You're a demon. You're a demonic being. You need a cleanse, honey.
No, what she needs is an award for pointing us out to this content. Shout out to her. But let's get to the rest of the story, because it gets even funnier.
Hey babes, hello. So today I am straining my tinctures. It is 8 weeks now, and tomorrow is, tonight is the full moon. So I would like to start my my detox cleansing today for the full moon.
That's right, people. The bullshit she's trying to sell on that website is just some dumb shit she's mixing together in the kitchen.
Yes, I started a business. Yes, I have a website.
Well, let's take a quick look at that website so I can show you how much of a fraud she is. Now, as soon as you open the page and start reading, it starts off with a lie, because she calls herself a certified herbalist. And if you look right here, it clearly states you can't be a certified herbalist. Just like you can't just wake up and become psychic overnight. So she's automatically scamming her customers right off the bat. And if you wanted to be a so-called registered herbalist, you would have to go through all this type of training. Training that I know full well she hasn't done at all. So if you order anything from this woman, just know you're taking your life into your own hands.
I'm literally just gonna do this until it's full.
And you know this shit's not safe, seeing as how she's not even doing it in a sterile environment.
This is our binder. Okay. These are coconut activated charcoal with Ceylon cinnamon.
This woman couldn't take the time to put the labels on the bottle straight. So I'm sure all the shit she's making is bullshit.
That is for die-off symptoms. So when you have little critters and they start dying, they relieve like a gas, and it can make you feel sick and ill. So that's gonna bind it all together so you can flush it out.
If any of these products ever come to your doorstep, you should immediately just flush them out. This bitch really went and got a lab coat made.
So I personally, truly believe that I can help every single person on this planet.
Yeah, she can help you to an early grave if you take her potions.
Tired of people losing their mind because of heavy metals, because of parasites taking over their nervous system and just taking over. Of energies, just parasitic energy, and being susceptible because your vibrations are low. I'm trying to get you guys in line. I really, really, really am.
More like she's trying to get you to line up and fall for this scam.
I am speaking on the tinctures that I'm making now. I named them root chakra, okay, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and these are tinctures. Heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye.
And you might actually grow a third eye if you take this shit.
What makes me different from everybody else? A lot of different things. One, I make these with love, and I truly want to do this as a get to know you basis. I want to hear you as a human being.
I don't know. If you take this shit, you might actually turn into one of these fucking creatures.
So it protects you from radiation as well.
And since she hasn't tested any of this in the lab, she's fucking lying to you.
Like, my baby's sick right now. We made a whole tincture just for her.
Okay, now this is where shit gets dangerous. Making fun of this goofy is one thing, but when you're fucking with kids and you know full well you have no idea what you're doing, now you're just being stupid. So
let's say your baby's sick and maybe you have anxiety, right? So basically, I would make a tincture. Well, depending on their age, if they're under 5, I would make them like a honey, out of honey.
And if you're dumb enough to give your kid anything made by a woman who thinks she's magnetic, you're a moron.
I hope I can be the person you trust for this.
You have to be a real dumbass to trust this woman to do anything, especially when she says stupid shit like this out of her mouth.
Like, I'm not dead yet. I passed when I was 17, and the universe brought me back, and I've been 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in the spiritual realm for 9 years straight.
She got her so-called powers the day after Kenneka Jenkins died in 2017, and she's been scamming the paranormal community ever since. And we'll end this segment with a perfect example of that, because she just got called out because she got caught red-handed trying to scam off the Gypsy Rose case again. Check this shit out.
Blanchard.
And the smug look on her face should already tell you how this reading's gonna go.
AI. So I feel like she was talking on the computers.
Right off the bat, you know this is full of shit because these cards are already manipulated. She got a deck of cards made that will fit any agenda she comes up with. And the fact that she just showed her audience a card that says AI and they still tuned in, it's crazy.
It showed me faked death, new life.
Well, since nobody in this case faked their death, let's see what bullshit she comes up with here.
She faked the death to Nick. Like, she got him thinking he did this, and she got a whole new life. Oh my gosh.
Well, since the guy admitted to doing what he did, I don't think there's no conspiracy here.
He was a friend to her. He was a friend to her. Oh my gosh. Hold on, wait. Okay, people, she's so fake. No. I'll be on point. Allegedly.
What the fuck is this bitch talking about? It's already public knowledge that they were in a relationship. So why wouldn't they be friends? This bitch is a whole goofy.
Bloodline, family, lineage. Honestly, I feel in my soul that Dee Dee's mother was also a victim of Gypsy Rose's. Just my opinion.
You're looking at a fraud using fraudulent tarot cards. This whole thing is her opinion.
Oh, so money was involved with one of them. I don't know if it was for the grandma.
And now she got a life insurance tarot card. Her audience has to be the dumbest people on the planet.
Deep state. Oh, look at the courtroom.
A deep state tarot card. Now the spirits talking conspiracies.
A hidden network.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy. She really made a Gypsy Epstein tarot card. Don't be surprised when she gets a P. Diddy one.
She's a hidden network. She's an agenda that's being pushed. So other children think this is okay because as long as they become a celebrity afterwards, they're fine. That money's there. Oh my gosh.
And the only thing that sounds worse than that theory is her singing.
She's a secret weapon. The confessional and made a deal.
And now she's just picking up random cards that she had laying on the table before she did the reading. That's why you can't see them.
They're using her like a secret weapon to trap other children through social media.
See what I mean? She didn't even pull it out the deck. She just picked it up. And who the fuck has a social media card?
Yeah, which will cause war.
Now you're looking at the face of a whole dumbass. I won't destroy any more of your brain cells with this dumb shit. Let's just expose this goofy. You see, once Candace was done the session, somebody jumped in the comment section and fully exposed her. And your girl panicked. And she jumped online to save face real quick. Check it out.
Hey babes, hello. So, somebody is spamming my channel and all my babes' comments saying I stole the video I posted from today, the reading, the information from Becca Scoops.
And you know, once that goofy read that comment, she had her moderators up like,
I've got one that can see.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you. I don't know who Becca Scoops is, okay? I'm sure she's nice and I'm sure she wouldn't respect you for trolling another creator's page saying I stole a video that is literally original content.
You can already tell by her face she's lying. Because the only time she makes these damage control videos is when she knows she's caught red-handed.
Well, everything that came out in my session today, I've been speaking on for 2 weeks. So if anybody stole anything...
Yeah, that's the look of pure panic. And I don't even got to play the woman's whole video to show you that she stole it. All I got to do is play the woman's intro. Check it out.
Nicholas Godejohn sits inside a small prison cell where he will stay for the rest of his life. It only took a jury 2 short hours of deliberations to find Nick guilty.
Deep state. Oh, look at the courtroom.
And Becca Scoop's video was posted the day before Candace did her so-called reading.
Nicholas has no possibility of parole. Meanwhile, his co-defendant, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, was granted a sweet plea deal.
Confessional and made a deal.
As you can see, the only spirit your girl was talking to so far was Becca Scoops.
She is now free and has starred in a Lifetime TV series and is raking in a lot of cash on social media.
Through social media.
This bitch is a fraud.
Is this real justice? That's the question we will answer as we reveal the truly alarming information we learned about Godejohn's trial and how Gypsy Rose expertly made him her scapegoat.
Like, she got him thinking he did this, and she got a whole new life. Oh my gosh.
You're looking at the face of a whole fucking fraud.
It wasn't me. Leave me alone. I'm trying to chill.
Like I said, once a fraud, always a fraud. And I'm sure that's not the last we're going to see of this goofy tonight. But before we get to the next one, I'm going to take a quick break and roll up a blunt.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Cecil Wayne Curl is a pedophile who used to live in a house on the corner of High Street. When the neighbors found out about his crimes, they gave him some bad drugs and he OD'd in the house. And for the new residents that just moved in, they'll soon see that their daughter is in danger by an unspeakable evil.
Oh, they're only 10 years old. My daughter is fully developed and having a period at 10 years old. So what does 10 years old have to do with anything? Little girls are fully developed at 10 years old.
Because that family's now being haunted by a pedogeist.
Mom, a present for Dad. It's a bargain.
And now that Uncle Cecil's spirit's been released, no child is safe.
You think I like to get angry?
Witness evil in its truest form.
When I get angry, it gets me aroused.
Where's Caroline? I don't know. Caroline, honey, what happened? Did you get lost? I don't know.
Witness a paranormal pedo that won't take no for an answer.
I want to go home.
I only play with myself maybe once every 5 months. I don't have a problem with saying that I play with myself.
A family that will soon learn that there's no escape in this type
What's
of
wrong? Caroline, come on, let's go.
Can we help you?
Hey, I see your wife is picking up your kid today.
No, I gotta tell you, we've had enough of door-to-door salesmen, if you don't mind.
Let me in.
Don't walk, run to the theater to get your ticket for one of the scariest movies of the summer.
Why the hell won't you leave us alone?
Pedogeist. The Return of Uncle Cecil, coming to a trap house near you. I'm sure that one's gonna sell out quick, but let's get to the next goofy on our list, and the story I like to call Curse of the Masked Goofy. Now this video comes from the channel The Unknown, and she's gonna come on here and reach out to Kenneka and ask her about our side piece.
Everybody got their mask on. I know I do.
And if you can't tell, we got a super goofy on our hands.
Now we last stopped on Kenneka Jenkins case. And I'm gonna keep on continuing the readings to see what else we can see, because there's a lot that happened at this hotel.
And you can already tell by the COVID mask that she ain't got shit smart to say.
She had someone that she really loved, and then she had the side nigga, as you call it.
Just don't expect those cards to give you any names.
And while we're doing that, let's focus and see what the cards will reveal.
Trust, those cards ain't got shit to do with the goofy ass story she about to make up.
As we focus on Kenneka Jenkins.
The only thing she's focusing on is getting views.
Tell us about Kenneka Jenkins. What happened to her? These individuals, these men that were involved, the people at the party.
Man, how many props this goofy gonna pull out? And just like Candace started, these goofies gotta be on some theatrical bullshit.
The best of two worlds. And the card is upside down, meaning that it wasn't good.
Which was the same thing our psychiatrist said about a mental state. Because this is what that card really represents. And it doesn't represent anything she's talking about.
She was living a secret life, and there were two men in her life.
And you can already tell that this goofy has no man in her life.
It's not a good card. You're gonna see this card a lot in situations when things turn out bad. Death sat on that horse.
See what I mean about these frauds just making shit up? That's not even what that card means. The woman's a whole goofy.
See the two animals? That represents the guides. But it was negative. It was negative. It was a not right situation.
The card doesn't represent people at all. It represents a time that you weren't admitting the truth to yourself. Kind of like her and being psychic.
This is the guy that caused the problem. He was a fool. He was jealous. He really didn't have much. Okay? And he was mad and he carried on and went about his way after he did what he did.
Shouldn't the spirits be able to tell her what they did?
She's holding two. That's the king and the fool, the guy that's responsible for putting her in the pool with him and his homeboys.
And since Kenneka was never in the pool, I guess her psychic power just went right out the window.
We'd like to tell us more about Kenneka.
And I bet you guys had no idea all you needed was a wind chime from the dollar store to talk to the dead.
That's what happened to her. Death. The guy, look at him. The night. And he tried to hide a skeleton.
And seeing as how there was no skeleton to hide, your girl just sounds as dumb as she looks.
That's that guy, the second guy she didn't want. Let me look at it. Yeah. He rode on a horse.
And now people are riding horses around the hotel. Now she sounds like Lord Footage when he said Kenneka turned into a horse.
See the horse. Step aside, buddy. It's pointing the other way. That's the ass end. The head end is up that way. See the head right there.
All these people need fucking help.
She was slain and people watched. Look at the bottom. See that? See the people at the bottom? There they are. They was there watching.
The card depicts people being killed or in the process of dying. So what are they watching?
They watched as he did what he did to her. And he threatened them.
So if you want to go by her logic, she wants you to believe that a hotel room full of kids couldn't have took out one dude who was threatening them. Come on, people.
He felt betrayed and he had a lot of hate and jealousy. That's him hiding because he doesn't want anybody to know who he is and who he was.
She just made all that shit up because that card has nothing to do with hate or jealousy or hiding.
You see the blood all over his legs? The blood is all over his legs is because he knows. He knows, and it's bigger than what people are saying.
And you would think this goofy would have used Google to know what the fucking cards mean, because she just sounds like a fucking dumbass.
There was a war between these two guys. Something happened. Something happened between them.
And the fact that she can't tell you what happened, she'll let all of her subs know that she's a fucking fraud.
She got two swords because they wanted to fight. Something happened between these two guys. Maybe that's what the fight was about in the hallway. And it became deadly. And that's when he came back and got her back at the pool.
And since that card has nothing to do with people fighting, you're just listening to the ramblings of a whole goofy.
She stabbed him in the heart. And whoever she hurt, it got ugly. And that's why it led to what happened to her.
And she still never told you the name of the person that Kenneka so-called hurt, because she's a fucking fraud.
Alright, so that's what we got from the readings.
The only thing this reading showed you is that most of these people are sick in the fucking head.
Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more. Wear your mask.
Y'all been using the same video for almost 10 years, spreading it around, trying to use it to cancel me by trying to say that I said those words. You guys know damn well you altered that video. You know you did. You know you did. And it doesn't matter.
Now that definitely wasn't supposed to be in there. But let's get to the next goofy on the list. In a story that I like to call Graveyard Grift. Now this one comes from the channel Intuitive 144, and she's going to give us a channel reading on Kenneka Jenkins.
Guys, it's Intuitive 144. I am a psychic medium along with being a physical medium.
Oh, you can already tell by that statement we got a winner on our hands.
I I say physical medium because I need to see you or hear you to detect whatever energy you're in or just anything in regards of your future, your past, whatever, okay?
And since Kenneka is no longer with us, let's see how she's gonna pull this off.
If you're interested in booking me for a personal reading, I charge $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour, okay?
Damn, this bitch ain't even started lying yet, and she's throwing Candace star prices at you.
I do speak with spirits.
I mean, at this point, don't they all?
What I do is, how I operate is I look at a picture of you and I meditate on it. Meditate meaning I lay down, I close my eyes, and I wait for spirit to give me visions.
More like she takes some drugs, lays back, and waits for that shit to kick in.
For Kenneka Jenkins, and I just wrote all of the messages that I seen, heard, that spirit said, I wrote it down. So the first, so I'm meditating, and it took me about 20 minutes to like finally see things, you know, as far as images.
Yeah, that sounds like a girl took some mushrooms.
And they showed me a vision of a bra. Then the vision transitioned into her chest, but a male was pointing at her chest.
Oh man, looks like it's gonna be one of those videos.
One of Kenneka Jenkins' friends were jealous because the guy that found her to be cute ended up liking Kenneka, okay?
Here we go with the jealous lover theory again, something that's already been debunked. But let's see what she gotta say.
So once again, the vision of the guy pointing at Kenneka's bra. I'm sorry because you're speaking to me right now. 1 second.
And I'm sure they're calling her a whole goofy.
Then they said threesome. And it kind of made sense because it just feels like, I don't feel like this was their initial intentions, but it just feels like, because they had me write lean and they showed me a vision of, you know, like a green syrupy soda beverage.
And since the autopsy showed Kenneka wasn't on lean, it's safe to say that this bitch ain't psychic.
Now spirit is mentioning honey packets, so it they could have indulged in something to arouse, like something would amplify their sexual behavior.
Well, since Kenneka died in 2017 and these honey packs weren't sold till 2021, I guess these spirits got your girl looking like a whole goofy right now.
Okay, so spirit then says this went on for an hour and 46 minutes, okay? And now they're saying torture. So this went on for an hour and 46 minutes, okay?
The spirits can tell you detail about how long it took. It just can't tell you who did it.
Then I wrote vision of Kenneka in plank position. You know, she definitely was in plank position.
This bitch is just a female version of Edward Joseph with all the sick rape fantasies she keep having of Kenneka.
Like, it kind of feels like before sex was initiated, it doesn't feel like it was initiated on her end. It kind of feels like, what's that word? Peer pressure.
Those spirits must have peer pressured her into coming online and making a fool out of herself. Since the autopsy showed nobody had sex with Kenneka.
Okay, and then they said sodomy. I think that, I hope I pronounced it right.
See what I mean about the sick fantasies these goofies have?
The main male kind of gives me like mafia vibes, and the other males, the two males, because I keep seeing three males.
What, you guys didn't think the mob was going to show up?
But the other two males were like the assistant of the kingpin of the mafia.
So it wasn't just any mob boss, it was the main mob boss. And it's funny she can't tell you what family it was from.
A gun was involved.
I mean, at this point, why not, right?
Yes, I wrote, being that I can see and feel things, I felt that these other males were scared of confronting this person.
So I guess she also felt the sodomy, right?
2 hotel rooms were involved.
But there she goes exposing herself for being a fraud again, because it was only 1 hotel room according to the people that were actually there.
Oh, you talking about in the room we was in?
Yeah, that's
it was just, you know, the room that got 2 beds.
Yeah.
That's the room we had.
Hold on. So let's clear this up, world. People on social media saying like they was in another room. And
no, it was not a suite. It was a little bitty room. Like
with 2 beds, with double beds.
Double bed, yeah, that type of suite.
4 beds, double bed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't another room, or was people in the washroom?
No.
Then the vision transfers into me seeing a shovel, the top part of a shovel 3 times. They showed me this 3 times, and as I'm getting ready to ask spirit, I'm like, why are you showing me that? I just feel like my head just started hurting.
Yeah, my head feels the same way listening to this goofy.
So this lets me know she was hit on her head 3 times, the top of her head, okay?
Too bad the autopsy shows she wasn't attacked at all. You're looking at the face of a whole fraud.
They show me a vision of a man with glasses. He's brown skinned. Well, in the vision, he was brown skinned with locks, okay?
So the spirit's showing her all of this, yet it's not telling her who the name of the person is.
He had his head down, and he was kind of like hunched over sad, and they showed me a thought bubble, like, you know, the thinking bubble, like the cartoonic thinking bubble.
And that sounds just as dumb as those painted on eyebrows look.
Then Spirit said trial, and they capitalized all, because Spirit speaks to me and they show me the words. So they kept saying trial, 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 and they wrote trial in my head. You know, I'm seeing this in meditation, and I can see things like how I'm looking at my phone right now. I see it in the side of my, whatever. That's another video for another time.
And don't ever expect these fantastic visions of hers to show you the name of the killer.
So I wrote, if this case is closed, I see it being opened again. Okay, the males will be locked up for this. The males will be locked up for this because they're guilty by association.
Since the case has been settled, let's sit back and watch the spirit let her make a fool out of herself.
So they had me write. So they gave me the word trial again, okay? So this case is going to be open. This is not the end.
It's definitely the end of her psychic career.
So I do this thing where, you know, after I obviously write down messages for my client or whoever I'm reading, celebrity, whatever.
She really said celebrities. Who the fuck is she fooling?
But I do this thing where I have to stare. I always tell my clients, if you book me for a personal reading, I do this uncomfortable thing, which is staring. I have to stare at you in order to receive information.
And for just $100, you can pay this goofy to stare at you like a weirdo and talk about sodomy.
All right, Spirit, can you give me any more messages for her? They're saying choked. Okay, choked.
And since the autopsy shows she wasn't choked, she's not talking to spirits at all. More like she's talking to your boy C-Love.
I believe she was choked. She was strangled by Monifa's bare hands.
And I'm sure both these goofies are on the same drugs.
Gang rape, they said. Gang rape.
The autopsy shows she wasn't raped at all. And the fact that these goofies are cool with coming online making this sick shit up just to play with somebody's death for money is pretty fucking sad.
Jealousy is a real thing. It's very scary. Rape is very real.
It is very real. So you wouldn't think this goofy would come online making light of it.
People are just sick, okay?
Yeah, you're looking at the face of a sick fuck right now.
Well, with that being said, $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour. If you decide to book me, please show your face and show your neck. I see auras that way, and I do speak with spirits.
She needs to speak with a psychiatrist because this bitch needs help. But these stories just keep getting worse as the night goes on. But before we get to the next one, let's take another break because I gotta roll up another blunt.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Draconian souls harvest the energy of others of the collective in order to survive. Draconian souls are present on our planet directly incarnated into human bodies. They are also present in their original reptilian form, aiding some humans in harvesting energy.
A mystery stomach bug is spreading. The CDC says nearly 300 people in 11 states have been infected. The bug is caused by a parasite, but the CDC has not been able to nail down the source.
Things that are coming out of me.
This parasite takes host within you.
You could literally take on the consciousness of these parasites.
How close are we to finding a solution to the outbreak, and how long can this go on for?
And luckily for you and your family, it doesn't have to go on any longer. Because Candace is here to keep you and your family safe from draconians with Enchanted Ascension.
Parasites taking over their nervous system and just taking over.
Our certified herbalist Candace been working for years to come up with potions to get rid of any draconian.
It protects you from radiation as well.
I mean, if she says so, I'm not going to question it, and neither should you. What you should do is call 1-800-555-SCAM and pick up a licensed product from Candace
Root chakra, okay, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and these are tinctures.
More like the gift of life, and you don't got to take my word for it. Let's hear from one of our certified customers.
Ask Candace Star, motherfucker.
And if you call now, you'll get an exclusive Candace Star cup. which is the perfect way to blend out potions in with your coffee so you can have it in the morning or before bed. Candace's products are 100% safe and been kitchen tested. They will definitely not turn you into a draconian, but you don't have to take my word for it.
I don't want you to be a side effect, okay?
Well, hell, I'm convinced, and you should be too, because Candace is bringing you the gift of life at low prices. Check out her other products.
And then I also include a customized oil.
That's right. If you call 1-800-555-SCAM today, Candace will customize the oil just for you in any color you want and any fragrance for just $19.95.
I show gratitude.
I hope I can be the person you trust for this.
And since Candace Starr never lies, you can 100% trust her potions with you and your family. So call 1-800-555-SCAM today, or
you can order them at enchantedascension.com.
I would definitely advise against taking any of that. But let's get to the next goofy on our list, and a story I like to call the Psycho Psychic. This story comes from the Universe Speaks 1111, and she's about to show you just how fake these psychics really are.
So tonight I'm going to be doing Kenneka Jenkins video.
Meaning she's just about to make a fool out of herself.
In the beginning of this video, I'll be using Pendulum. A lot of you guys probably don't know that I also can do pendulum reading. Yes.
She's about to put on full display how she knows nothing about pendulum readings.
So the first thing I want to ask, so you guys know this is not no boo.
And you can already tell by the laugh that she's full of shit and she can't wait to scam.
Is my name Cindy. So when it goes to the left side, that's a yes. When it goes to the right, that's a no.
Now watch as Goofy ignores all these rules during this reading.
I chose to do a recorded video today because when I get on the live and I'm doing readings about a loved one that have passed away or someone that have passed away, the energy gets so intense, and sometimes the energies from the viewers could interject with my energy or the energy of the person I'm reading, and sometimes comments could be a distraction.
She doesn't want to do it live, just like Candace, because she knows she'll get called out on her bullshit.
It's Kenneka Monifa's sister. Spirit is saying yes.
Now you know she's not talking to Kenneka, since Monifa and Kenneka aren't sisters at all.
Did they take her organs? Yes.
And since we all know that's a lie, your girl's 0 for 2 right now.
Why she doesn't have a headstone? Because it's not her in there.
And since Chosen King made that shit up, she must be channeling him.
Was the Rosemount PD in on covering up her death? Yes. Did they take her organs from the hotel? Girl, yes.
The people listening to her don't even believe that bullshit.
Yes. Employees were in on it. That's not her in the freezer.
As you can see, this Goofy's not talking to any spirits. She's just spinning a pendulum saying whatever the fuck she wants.
Yes, the video was remade. They were edited and reproduced so that if the audience were watching it, they'll be convinced. I'm also getting that there were some footages that erased people.
And she got that dumb shit from a bunch of goofy YouTubers. No spirit told her shit.
She joined an organization. I think it's MK Archer or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder where she could have got that dumb shit from.
Let me let y'all know something about MK Archer programming. When black women wear blonde hair, that means that they're under submission to someone. Okay? So what they did with me, they hooked me up with a white guy.
That's why these people are goofy as fuck.
This is what I'm getting from spirit. Remember, this is a metaphysical messages. This messages, we channel messages from a metaphysical space. At least I do.
That would be true if that metaphysical space was a nut house.
Sometimes they won't tell you. Sometimes they will tell you a full sentence. Sometimes they won't. They will just tell you certain things. If I'm asking a question of yes or no, they will tell me yes or no. And sometimes they will explain why is it yes or no.
And now she's just making up rules as she goes along. Because all she's been doing is spinning that pendulum in a circle, not using it the way it's supposed to be used.
Uniquely hooked. Who was walking her down the hall? Some group of guys.
a group of guys who were sent to do the work that were paid.
And the spirits aren't going to tell her who paid them and how much they got paid.
Also, she was a sacrifice.
Now I know this bitch is just channeling Azaria's goofy ass.
That child was a sacrifice.
Did her stepfather rape her? Yes.
And like I always say, the fact that these sick fucks will come up with this shit for views is insane.
There's people that was actually paid to act like her, walk like her, do things like her, do their hair like her.
And by that statement alone, you know we're dealing with a
crackhead, yo. I'm just saying.
Why her? Because she was special. She was a hybrid, special DNA.
These people will say any fucking things for views. Now she wants you to believe Kenneka could have been one of the X-Men.
Yes, they raped her. The other guys held her down while she was being raped. And she was being beaten as well. And she was fighting back. But she was not strong enough.
Now what's crazy is this girl was never raped. Yet these goofies still can't stop with these sick rape fantasies. They're all sick in the head.
Like there's going to be a confession. If there's not confession already.
Just more evidence that this bitch is a fraud.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out some cards now.
Just so she can show you that she doesn't know how to use those either.
Yes, there is somebody who is a mogul here who demanded for these organs.
Well, I guess he was pissed since the organs weren't taken.
This is her death card. Something is going to be reopened, and this is going to throw this guy off.
Well, I guess he's lucky since the case has been closed and settled. This woman is a goofy.
I get the energy of Capricorn. I don't know if she's a Capricorn. Let me check her sign here real quick. It was 19 years. Oh, wow. Wow, you can't even... Her birthday is not even on here. It's like blocked. So anyone that knows her birthday, please let me know.
I guess the spirits couldn't tell her how to use Google, right? But before we get to the next goofies, check out this episode of High Street Paranormal Ghost Hunters.
I live in a drug-infested neighborhood with a bunch of whores running around selling their hot pockets for heroin. My music didn't do any numbers, so I switched over and became a psychic overnight.
Kenneka Jenkins' case is what really made me want to bring my paranormal work to the internet.
Me, Steve Huff, Candace Star. We use actual science tools. Ghost box, EVP recorder, EMF detectors. We use actual tools to communicate with the spirits. I believe we all got abilities. I so bad want to use them for good.
On this week's episode of High Street Paranormal Ghost Hunters, we follow Cecil as he tries to get to the bottom of the P. Diddy parties using AI and paranormal.
Hey, I would like for you to listen to what your old bodyguard Gene Deal says about some things that you did with one of the old Bad Boy Records presidents.
As you can see, Cecil's talking to an AI version of Diddy to get to the bottom of his crimes.
Might as well get it all out in the open, right? Go ahead and play it. Let's get this over with.
And most people will find this ridiculous, and it absolutely is.
When Kirk Burroughs wouldn't sign over his rights to Bad Boy, his 25%, that he was threatening to do, Kirk was like, yo, put that in the car and drive him around.
Sounds like the story's getting deep.
I gotta say, a lot of these stories, they get exaggerated over time.
Looks like Diddy ain't giving Cecil the answers that he wants.
All right, Diddy, I want you to listen to the rest of the video without interrupting, okay?
Your boy Cecil gotta set ground rules.
As I said, I listened to the whole damn thing, ain't gotta keep asking. Go ahead and play it.
Looks like Cecil pissing your boy off. He might have a bottle of baby oil in his future.
Yeah, but you gotta quit interrupting.
Sounds like this shit's getting heated.
I told you what you wanted to know, didn't I?
You're wigging out.
Enough for you. Oh, don't start with that. You asked me questions, I gave you answers. What else you want from me?
Looks like Cecil pushing his luck. He might end up like Cassie soon.
You're wigging out. Just wait.
This shit is fucking ridiculous.
You're looking for someone to blame for what happened to Biggie. But you're wrong, all right? You're barking up the wrong tree.
It's crazy how you
insinuated what I was insinuating there that quick.
After that, Diddy was done talking, so Cecil decided to use the Ouija board for some odd reason.
Do you want me to use the Ouija board to talk to you?
The accident was attributed to a combination of
If so, move the planchette to yes, please.
insufficient training.
You ever been mindfucked before?
What the fuck?
I'm mindfucking you right now.
You motherfuckers.
Can you feel my dick fucking your mind?
Come on.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
New from Scam-A-Lot Records, the people that brought you The Goof Truth, Halloween at Rosemont, and Jamming for Kenneka brings you their newest release for 2025. It's Candace Star, Butchers the 90s.
I play this instrument, that's it, just my voice.
And now you get the chance to hear her use that instrument to bring you songs such as Halo. Hear Candace as she performs classics like you never wanted to hear them before, like Fantasy.
Baby, I'm so into you. Darling, if you only knew.
Hear how Candace performs classics from superstars like Whitney Houston.
Every step of the way. Wait.
Don't be a fool. Grab your phone and call today to hear a voice that even superstars are jealous of.
Actually, no, Mary J. Blige whole family. Mary J. Blige's mom used to babysit my oldest daughter.
And with a cosign like that, you know the CD is going to be fire. Call now, 1-800-555-SCAM, so you can hear Candace Star, Butcher the 90s. Yeah, I would definitely not buy that CD. But now we can get to the last goofy on our list, and it comes from Queen Domain, and the story I like to call The Queen of Lies.
Welcome to the day. First of all, Rich Homie Quan has passed away at the age of 34.
And your girl can't wait to monetize his death.
The Olympian Rebecca, I cannot think of her last name right now, was murdered. She was set on fire by her boyfriend.
Something that completely unrelated to this death.
And she was 33, Rich Homie Quan was 34. That is 6 and 7, the number 13. Also down, reduced to its lowest form, is the number 4.
No, it's not. As you can see, this goofy's reaching for the moon.
What the soul and the spirit keep showing me is Quan actually reached out to somebody. So what I was able to do was keep hearing a phone call.
She heard a phone call. I'm sure she used Spirit Mobile.
Apparently, he reached out to someone. I really want to say it was a female, like older female. And he may have reached out to 2 people. One, I feel like possibly is a male rapper.
A rapper speaking to another rapper. Nothing psychic about this.
The other one I feel like is an older female. He was telling them about nightmares. So I believe he was having like some sort of nightmares, and I keep hearing him say, they coming after me, they after me.
And just like the rest of the readings, they don't expect her to tell you who they are.
Child, I believe he was having some sort of nightmares, like he was seeing like quote unquote demonic like lower level entities.
You know, like her and Candace Star.
Kind of, I feel like it's been happening for a very, very long time. I feel like that's what the medication was about, or pills.
Percocets. This is a bag full of Percocets, bitch.
Now, when it comes to pills, you can believe everything she says.
I also feel like he felt like there was an abundance of energy in his room or in his house. Like he felt like there was an invisible shadow person or people.
This sounds like a fever dream the girl was having from all the pills she was on that night.
Like I feel like he's looking at somebody as he's passing away. Like he looks shocked to me in his face or something, like he understands what's happening. Like he's confused because he understands what's happening.
He's confused because he understands what's happening. Now I'm just confused.
I feel like he was administered something, or he was given something. Because I feel like his heart began to race really fast. Started pumping very quickly, and he couldn't catch his breath. And then I see him do like this, and he's looking like he's holding on to something or someone, like looking at them like, what the fuck? Like, what did you do? What did you give me?
She can see all this, but she can't tell you who the other person in the room was.
In that moment, I feel like he can see the souls of the ancestors that surround him. He understands exactly what's happening.
And instead of cleaning up her kitchen, she decided to come online and tell you some bullshit.
Because I keep hearing the dark spirits were with him, were there.
The only reason she's hearing that is because it's a side effect of those.
Like, I feel like his covering was gone. He was being covered by a witch, and she removed her shit and allowed this to happen because she was ordered to allow this to happen.
Now he was covered by a witch. This woman is a whole goofy.
Yeah, the veil definitely has been removed. Whatever witch practitioner that he was covered under, I feel like there's like 7 to 10 different practitioners that cover some of these artists.
7 to 10, and she can't tell you the name of one.
And whatever one, I feel like she removed her covering off of him, which allowed him to be attacked and allowed his vessel to be.
Give her a second, she'll come up with some bullshit to tell you.
I almost want to say controlled as well.
I mean, at this point, why the fuck not?
I can't say claim his soul because the soul can't be claimed. It can't be sold. It can't be given. It can be harvested. The energy of him can be harvested.
And the fact that people actually believe this goofy and give her money to tell them this bullshit is fucking amazing.
Regardless as to what anybody else says, this was a sacrifice.
What, did you expect her to say anything else? Every time a celebrity dies, she claims it's a sacrifice.
This was played by the numbers. There's going to be one more. It was him, the Olympian, and it's probably going to be like an actress or something.
Well, at least she kept her options open, right? Because these frauds to say anything to make a fucking dollar. But sadly, it looks like that's where we're going to have to end this year's special. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the content, hit the Cash App for your boy. So I worked really hard on this one. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Random news. You can't believe anything he says. He goes after everybody who doesn't agree with him in regards to what he feels happened to Kenneka Jenkins. Everybody he goes after is people that he don't agree with their theories in regards to Kenneka Jenkins. You don't believe me? Go look at his channel.